Good evening and welcome to this edition of the Evening Review. My name is Toiwan Jabala, your host for tonight. Let's have a look at today's front page of Namibian Sun. Today in the studio, we are joined by King Tee Dee, also known as the Dogg in the olden days, and formerly known as Martin Moroki. My man, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, sure. I want to engage you on a high level conversations really on this subject. So, so let's talk about your
music.
About exactly. No, it's
politics. No.
Yeah, everything we mix.
No, yeah.
Yeah, but let's talk about your beginning. How did you? When did you realize that you actually wanted to do music as a young boy at the time? As a matter of fact, is it something that you always wanted to do, or you just realized halfway that?
Not really. Even after I did my grade 12,
yeah,
I didn't know that I was going to do music.
Uh-huh.
You know, when you're in the north, every child, you know, especially in those days of ours, I don't know about now.
Yeah.
You have to attend Sunday school.
Yeah.
You know, always a Sunday school. In fact, also one of the songs that I did, one of my first songs that I did that made me big was from the Sunday school, which was Jesus Otati.
Yeah.
Yeah, so only after grade 12 when I went to university,
yeah,
you know, at high school I did talent shows, but it's not something that will tell you that just what you want to do. It's like when you're in high school, when you're playing soccer, it's not really just something that you just inspired maybe by somebody that was doing soccer. So for me, I was just inspired by a few people that were doing music, and started doing talent shows. When I went to university, you know, there wasn't taxi money to go to school or come back from school, or what to eat. Also during university time, you know, you find all these people at the crab. I think you've been at university.
Yes, of course, yeah.
They're eating nice food. For me, I was like, okay, let me maybe try music.
Let me start cool there.
Yeah, let me just try music. Maybe I can get something just for me to eat, because I had a cousin of mine, Killer B, who was always performing at tuna, and he would tell me how much he was getting. So I was like, okay, let me try, because at high school people already loved what I was doing. So from there, it blew up, you know, up until today.
Yeah.
First time I get my money, I think it was 800.
Yeah.
Felt like, oh, there's money in here.
Yeah.
So let me do it. So I never look back till today.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the buy-in, did you get the buy-in from the family? Because, you know, especially from where we come from, the Ovambo traditional community, and people hear that you want to do music.
No.
You know. Yeah.
No. They never did. You see, also for me, if my kid wants to do music, I'll, you know, because I've been through it, I can tell, no, please, maybe get education first, because it's not easy. It's not easy. Also for music, you know, our parents, they grew up listening to the Rastafarians and rock and roll, and they've watched how they live their life, drugs and all that. So for me, family said, maybe this guy's gonna do drugs, maybe this, no, you shouldn't do music. But because I fell in love with music. I decided to do it, but drugs I've never done till today. Although still people keep saying because of my energy, keep saying I've never did drugs, but they've said don't do music. But now we are best friends because I can see where I am now. It's 16, 18 years that I've never done any other job besides music, and everything that I've created in Mshasho. So if I've done something, Mshasho would have been here today. It's a great brand.
But at what stage did that conviction come for the family to say, but look, we were doubting this guy, but maybe this is a right path? At what stage of your career did they start actually accepting that you were doing the correct thing?
What I did, because when I went into music, I went in deep. You see, I went in too deep that I couldn't come out because I fell in love with what I was doing. First, it was just a hobby. I fell too much in love. So when I was chased out of the house, or when I was told not to come back home anymore, I was like, oh, this is what I want to do. There was a time when I think we did the Omalaiti or Swapo album. When we started getting, people getting serious about us, because now we've been called by the president, the former president. We've worked with President Pohamba and a lot of guys on that project. So, most of the old people are Swapo. So that's when they started like, oh, it's been called by the president, it's been called by the incoming president. I think he's doing something right. That's when they started now, like, oh, that's our kid and all that. But I do understand their pain. I do understand their pain, because nobody just wants a kid to go into music. Because if you go into music, maybe you should be from the rich family. Or else you should have a backup. Because even where I am today, it took me 10 to 11 years just to figure out this whole process, how it works.
And you spoke about university. What happened there? How did you leave university?
University, I was only there for 6 months.
What were you studying?
I was studying marketing. I was only there for 6 months. The only time I only came back when I did my first album, Shimalosat, and I think there was an old video that was circulating on social media when we did the HIV I think there was an HIV week that we're doing so that's the only time I came back. And imagine now your parents paying all this money, first year registration, all this, just to get into university and staying for 6 months. And they wanted you maybe to be a doctor, maybe wanted you to be what they know. For me, like I told you, when I went into music, I went in deep. I couldn't come out. I couldn't come out. Something that was just in me, maybe, that keep doing this, and I'm happy to until today.
Yeah, sure. Tell me about your parents. Who are they?
You mean their names? So my parents were born. They were born in Namibia. They went outside. For the struggle, independence. I was born in Zambia by them. So my whole childhood I was in the camp. You see, I only came here in 1990, did my primary school. But my father is from Oshigambo, Oshigambo area. My mother Onaina area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they made that side. And they made a baby.
Okay.
And that's me, the naughty one, you see. And in the family, I was the naughtiest guy. Out of them, I was the naughtiest guy. That's why, if you listen to my story or my book that I've wrote, you see this guy wasn't.
At what stage did you lose your parents? They passed away from HIV/AIDS, or one of them at least.
No, both died of HIV. That's why, if you see today, I'm always speaking about HIV, get circumcised, get all this, just to protect others. My mother died in 92. No, my father died in 92. My father died in 92, and then a year later, 2 years later, my mother passed on. So it's the people that I never really got a chance to hang with, but I think it's...
They must be looking down on you. You told Mos Gaza in one of your songs to. Oh no, it was Gaza
It
who
was
said,
Gaza's song, yeah.
who said they must be greeted.
Yes.
Yeah. Born in Zambia, that makes you a struggle kid. Did you receive your package?
No, not yet. I've, you know, they said everybody's entitled to what's supposed to be yours.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm still waiting today. I'm still waiting today, but I think it should be given also to. I think I've done a lot with my life, and I've moved on. You see, I think that should be given to the less fortunate. You
Yes.
see, that are really struggling with end meets. So if I'm the one to go get it, I don't think it would be right, because I think I'm doing right for myself.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Although I'm entitled to get it.
Yeah.
I think it should be given to those ones that really
less
struggling.
fortunate. Yeah.
Yes, that are less fortunate.
Yeah. And
even if I get it, I think I'll still give it to those ones.
Donate it to someone. Yeah. Okay, that's good. But you believe from a political point of view that indeed there's a case for these children to be looked after, because there's always this huge debate that no, they are not special, they are like anybody else. As someone who has lived in that situation yourself, and probably having impacted by the war in your own way, do you think there's a need to treat them differently?
I think I'm creating war now.
Yeah.
I'm creating war, you see.
Yeah.
I would say those that are less fortunate, yes. Like exactly like I'm saying. For me now, I've done something with my life. Those ones that are struggling, that can't really find any other ways. Some people came from their parents are dead. You know, when you come home, a family doesn't treat you the same as their kids. For me, I was fortunate enough that my uncle, whoever that took care, treated us the same. You see, so those ones that are less fortunate, but the problem that will come is if you give packages like money, that will be dense everywhere.
Yeah.
You see, unless we do what? We train them.
Yeah.
You know, to do something else with their lives. You know, training, and then they can earn a living. Because if you give them 200,000, now 200,000 can finish just in one day. And youngsters who want to buy a car, who want to do this, rather let's train them and then
indeed,
and do something with their lives.
Yeah. Well, when you talk about your journey, how you've negotiated your way past all these challenges to be where you are today. When you say where you are today, what are we talking about? Where are you today in terms of, as a businessman, as a family man who is feeding his family and actually taking care of, I mean, you came to the studio rushing because you were dropping off your children home. What has music done for your life?
I think music have done so much. I've went to places that I could have never been. You know, there's a lot of people that studied, they've degrees, but they've never been outside of the country. You know,
yes,
or just let alone the whole Namibia. You know, music have made me meet a lot of people. It gave me a lot of connections. It gave me a lot of friends. Plus, also it made me enemies.
Yes,
quite a lot of enemies. You see, that we can't cut out because it's music that gave me that. I can only say that I'm very thankful for the career path that I've chose. I'm not regretting anything, either being chased out of the house. I'm not regretting anything, having enemies, having friends. I don't regret anything. I think I've done the right choice. You know, I've now creating something out of music now, you see, which is let me say clothing line, other businesses that I'm doing, that I'm trying to do. It's because of music. If it wasn't for music, let me tell you, starting something from scratch is difficult. It's very. There's a lot of people that have great ideas in mind, even best clothing line than mine, but because they don't have followers. You see, for me, music gave me followers and made it more easier. But now when I grow, business that have nothing to do with music, that have nothing to do with Morocco, I'm your fan. I just don't want to end up just being supported by fans. I want to be supported by almost everyone. Yeah, so that's music that I've done for me. So I'm very grateful.
Yeah, indeed. And so when you talk about those opportunities that music has presented you with, does that include political opportunities? There were talks in the papers.
There we go again. There we go.
There were talks about good money that you guys have received from Swapo. Some put it at 5 million. What can you tell us about that?
You see, opportunities. You know, I'm a person that don't wait for opportunities.
Yeah.
I'm a go-getter. I was born a go-getter. I don't wait for opportunity, and the opportunity that you're speaking about wasn't brought by Swapo. It's me that it's us that went to propose. Can we do this for you guys? Can we do this for that? Just like anybody that going to a company, any business can just go to any company and say, guys, can I do this? Can I do this advertisement for you? Can I do this? If yours is accepted, it's accepted. If yours is not accepted, you move on, you go to another company.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of talks, especially connected to the big saga that is going on in the country, which I also just was surprised to see it in the papers. I said, for me, I proposed to say, can we do this for you? Promote our party. I was born in Swapo. I say, I was born in Swapo. Plus, I would die in Swapo. It's just that I don't like talking too much about politics, you see, because I've got other things to do. You see, but my heart belongs to Swapo. But for people to say you were given money for free, it's something that, and all what they're saying is, they only did an album. There's a lot of things that were done. There was clothing, there was events, performance, there was album, and also people. I just want to ask, just challenge somebody just to sit in the studio for one day and see what creativity is. I think if I use the word, if I suck at it, probably would do even more. Because it's not easy to come up with a concept and just do that. But giving money for free is something that I don't want. I like to work for something that I'll be proud of and say, I've done that. Yeah.
Indeed. Last year, I can't remember the month, you went with a group of friends, influential friends, I suppose, to the Shut It All demonstration in the city center, when people were complaining, were actually marching against violence against women.
Gender-based violence.
Yes. And there were some confrontations that we don't have the full picture. Those of us who saw short video, at least. What did you do wrong?
No, I didn't do anything wrong. I think it's just my presence.
Yeah.
See, I think the kids, they felt that we didn't say anything much about the gender-based violence. But for me, I've got nothing to explain to anybody about gender. I've got daughters. I don't want my kids to be beaten by men. And in fact, I've got 3 daughters. So I had I've got an album that's on, not an album, a song that is on YouTube. I think it's 5 years old, that's speaking about gender-based violence. I think we presented also to the Minister of Gender during that time. Whatsoever the kids felt, because the problem with the kids, they don't listen to music that makes sense. So if I sing about don't beat women, they will not. They rather not listen to that. They want to listen to music that is cursing, music that is. You can see already what was happening, how the things they were doing, all these funny things. You know, that's why I couldn't answer them anyway. Otherwise, so.
But it was a genuine. It came from the heart.
It came from my heart. Like I told you, I've got daughters. You see. It came from my heart. My mother, if you read my book, my mother came from that era where she used to be beaten all the time, and I was very young. And when I came to Namibia, I ran away from my father. The only time I came to find out about him was when he died. You see, I ran away from him that I don't want to be with you because of what I've been I've experienced. You see. So it's straight from the heart, and I'm not really interested in Twitter talks like how because those kids are Twitter talks at the end of the day. It's not just they want to create something to make something like they are more important than others. So that's the reason why maybe sometimes I would like should I really join into this, or should I just keep quiet?
Exactly. Now you spoke earlier, of course, jokingly that you were the naughtiest of all your siblings, and
I'm still naughty. Just that I grew up. I'm still naughty.
And perhaps it gives us a sense now that you were in your younger years as an upcoming musician. You were also troublesome. You fought a lot. There was a lot of beefs and JP no Shakati.
But to tell you the truth, I've never created any beef in my whole entire life. Never, up until today. That I've never created beef. Maybe my presence felt, maybe the people didn't feel, or maybe I was moving too fast. I was maybe too fast, or maybe ahead of their time, you see. And maybe the hours that I was winning, because nobody used to win like me before. Up until I stopped singing, you see. That's when people started taking over. I've never really created any beef with anybody. Plus, also, I've never replied to the beef. You know, I've been said about. Some people say that guy is rude. Some people never met me. You see, me, the only thing that I do, I always sing about myself and speak about myself. And I don't understand why you feel bad. Plus, also, my music is not club music. You can never go to the party and find my music playing. I only speak about me, experience of what other people are going through, real life stories. That's all.
Indeed. So, but you are calmer now. You are of course you were a guy that never pushed back. So in other words, if someone provoked you, of course you fought back, and this is what you seem to be saying, that you didn't provoke people, but I suppose whenever they provoked you, you always protected yourself. But today, as a family man with your children and everything, and a lot of people looking up to you, you would say that and we don't see much of that in the papers anymore. So you are a changed man.
You said, you see, I had fame at a very young age. Not everybody had fame at my age like I did. Like even how, especially, let me not say worldwide, let me say Namibia. Yes, we were famous, but with me it was, I want to be like that, or who is he, who's that? It's like I had a different character from everybody. The guy doesn't dance, but why are we loving him? Why this guy? You see, fame was too much for me, and you know, fame shows were coming every. It's like you feel like you're powerful. You see, when you're very young and you've got fame, you feel like you're powerful. When you're driving by a roadblock, somebody that's as old as your father is calling you Grotman, and you know, all those things make a person also change. You see, like I think I own this country, or I think I want. When you go to clubbing, people are opening up doors for you. You can come in. How many are you? Stand next to him. I think you feel like you are untouchable. You see, some of those things made. Or when you want to fight, somebody want to fight for you. You know, let's just say, let me beat him up. All those things also make you. But at the age where I am now, I don't think that's or just being around crowds. You know, it's not my thing anymore. I've got kids now. You know, I've got a family now. I've got people that look up to me, and luckily for me, a lot of people never made it to this long in the music industry because I think maybe they had wrong friends. For me, I always had somebody that would say, bro, I think what you're doing is wrong. No, that's not right. You see, or somebody will pull you out, maybe slap you, and what you're doing is wrong. Get in the car. Some people will just be told, let's beat the guy up. And after that, they go back to drugs. Luckily, I've never done drugs. I've never been a person that will hang with too many women just to think that I'm a man. You see, I'm a person that likes to be alone. Even if I come in the club, I like just to be reserved. Yeah, so that thing also helped me become who I am today.
Indeed.
Yeah, I hope the rest of them that tasting fame now, they should
follow the same. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I have two last questions for you. One is you know, again, during those controversial moments of your career, there was this GMP, Mshasho, beef.
That people always come up.
Yeah, it always come up.
And I don't enjoy it.
Yeah. No, I'll frame the question differently. Yeah. What is your relationship with Gaza today? Do you have each other's numbers?
Yeah. I think we've grown, we've passed that stage of I am who I am. I think everybody's just doing good for his family and for his people. You see, so when I don't understand something, I'll call him, hey bro, what's up? How is that one? How is that? Or if he needs something from me that he doesn't understand, he will call me. So how do you do that? So that's where the relationship is now. Not anymore like when you see Dogg there, you see Gaza, when you see Gaza. I think every relationship, even in high school, is like that.
Sure.
You know, when in high school, when you grow up, when you want to be a lawyer and you want to be something, I think you part ways a little bit just to focus on your goals. I think he's got different goals. I've got different goals. Yeah, Indeed. We're happy for each other. We've Indeed. Grown.
Yeah, that's very good. The last question, therefore, is your daughters. They are how old are they? 9? No.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah. I'm asking because I want to see, to ask if you have noticed any of them sort of having appetite for what you do, to say maybe they will end up doing that. Of course, the reason why I'm talking about the age is that when they're at a certain stage is when you can realize that. Yeah. Because, you know, kids also can see characters. Yes.
So you can see how this one is. But sometimes also you'll be shocked. Yeah. Some people will be quiet from birth to what, and after that they become worse. Some they'll be worse from a young age, and they become the best.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I've seen some one that have the same character as mine. Even when I speak or when my family comes, I'm like, this one is just like the father. This one is just like, because me, I was. Oh, even if Agustinium can tell you, Agustinium, they'll tell you like, oh, that boy was always quiet, but things that he does, you won't believe it's him. He chased out of school, chased out of hostel and all that. But nothing that I've done that I regret, because it just made me who I am. And it makes also my life story interesting. Even when I look back, I was like, I think I've done this, I've done that, I've done that. Some people wish they could have done things that I've done when I was that naughty. Yeah. And now I'm like, I don't want to do that anymore. It's two different people right now, but I'm happy I went through that that era. Yeah. And I just hope my daughters don't become naughty as me. They don't come to me because, you know, I only have daughters.
Yeah, exactly. If it was a boy, maybe it's a bit safer for them to be
it was going to be a bit safer for the boy. But for
girls, it's a bit dangerous.
For girls, it's a bit dangerous. But, you know, every person is born with their own character. Yeah. So you can't change, even if you take them to America and say, I want you to change. That is something that is born with them. It's in their soul.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, okay, thank you for coming, man, to the show.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate it. That's the Dogg. Oh, King Tee Dee, sorry.
Thank you.
Speaking to us about his life in music and business. I hope you have fetched a thing or two that you can use for your own life, especially the younger ones who look up to him. Thank you for watching.
Strike it gold and win 5,000 Namibian dollars in cash with Neo Paints. Simply buy Neo Paints products from the selected range and stand a chance to get one of 12 mystery buckets filled with gold paint. All 12 winners will each get 3 extra paint buckets equal to their purchase. One to replace the gold paint, the second to use on your project, and the third to give to a charity of their choice. One winner can score another 10,000 Namibian dollars by showing us your creative use of the golden paint. The best project wins the cash. Offer is valid from 27 September to 18 December at your favorite hardware store nationwide. Visit us at neopaints.com for more competition details and follow us on Facebook for weekly competition updates. Neopaints, a coat of excellence.
Everything's gonna be alright. Don't you worry.